Two things that are hotter than lava right now are the Nike BLAZER line and the Tokyo skateboard scene. They're absolutely on fire. People all over the world are checking in with the Tokyo skateboard scene and finding out what's going on there. It's a booming culture and a booming community here right now, as I am in Tokyo, Japan. And also the BLAZERs have had an incredibly strong year and brought out some of the most amazing collaborations and also some classic colorways from the past. So the BLAZERs and the Tokyo skateboard scene are absolutely popping right now, and together they've come out with a BLAZER, a Nike BLAZER sneaker with the brand Soulland. So together what they've done is they've come out with a snakeskin BLAZER sneaker, and it's absolutely popping. I'm sure it's behind me right now, and I'm going to take you through the details of that. I'm going to have a look at the specific and unique elements of this sneaker that are on no other BLAZER that I've ever seen before. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Nike SB BLAZER Mid Soulland FRI.day 03. This is the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel, Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channelです。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。And every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. And I realized recently that doing this every single day is insane. I'm absolutely bonkers for doing it, but I still do it. I still churn out that content because I love to talk about sneakers and I love to make a connection with my audience out there. And today it's one of my favorite sneakers of the year. I'm thrilled with the way the BLAZER line has gone. I'm thrilled with what I've learned about the BLAZER line. I've grown my knowledge about it. I myself managed to get my hands on a pair of the Nike BLAZER Mid Sakai's. I think they were called Blaze originally, but they ended up becoming something like Snow Beach. But I'll probably have a picture behind me here of the yellow and blue ones that dropped back in April or May, I think it would have been. So so that's one of the most iconic sneakers from the BLAZER line that came out this year. But there have been others. I recently reviewed the the Slam Jams Blacks. I'll put the link up there. And it was a bit of a letdown for me, I'll be honest. I was expecting more from that Slam Jam tie-up because the Slam Jams they'd done a tie-up already previously in there with the opposite colorway, which was white with black detailing as opposed to the black with white detailing. And that was an absolutely fire sneaker. And I think I did a review. I hope I can go ping and there'll be a link to that review right there. So that the white and black one was fire, but the recent black and white one wasn't exactly my cup of tea. There's also been the Stranger Things, hopefully a picture behind me here, the Stranger Things ones. And there's the Sakai came out with another set of colorways, the blue and yellows, which were earlier in the year. There's a blue and blue and then blue and yellow. And then they came out with the kind of monochrome black and gray ones. So it's been a big year for the BLAZERs. And today we're going to take that a step further as we move forward with this Soulland collaboration in all snakeskin. And I'll take you through all the details on there. Some things I've never seen on a BLAZER before. It's going to be interesting to look at that with you today. But before we do that, this is a YouTube channel, and YouTube channels survive on subscribers. And you know what? Before even I do that, I forgot about the game. There's a game that we play as part of the Butter movement here at the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel, where I drop a hint every day. And there's a link to that video. Bing! I'm linking away like crazy today. And there's also a link to that video down below that explains how that game works. So I'm not going to waste your time talking about that. But I will tell you that today's hint is 2009. So yesterday I gave you hint number 1, and today's hint number 2, which is 2009. Okay, that's out the way, the game's out the way, and now what the YouTubers do at the start of every channel, I'll do very quickly. Every video I'll do very quickly, which is please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the like button. It helps a lot. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I will say that in Japanese, which is Toroku yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Ine mo click suru to tasukaru no de zehi toroku mo. Toroku ya ine ya Toroku ya ine wo click suru to tasukaru no de zehi click kudasai. Okay, so let's get into the sneaker then, the tie-up between the Soulland brand and the Nike BLAZER line. And I said there are a few details on here that are completely unique. I'm going to start with the obvious and work my way back to the unexpected. So the obvious and the in-your-face and the slapping you across the cheek like a big wet fish is the upper. It's a snakeskin upper. I remember when I first started the channel, I'm going to go ahead and say at the end of 2018 rather than the start of 2019, but when I first started the channel, there was either an Air Force One or an SB Dunk Low. I can't remember which it was, but it was a snakeskin that was a flash drop or whatever they call that. on the sneakers app, and I was real bummed to miss out on that. But these kind of remind me of that sneaker. They're really, really popping here. They're really hot here. People went for those snakeskin. I think I'm going to go with SB Dunk Lows. Maybe I can get a picture behind me here, and then you'll know for sure if it was SB Dunk Low or Air Force One. But that was a huge sneaker here in Japan. I don't know about the rest of the world, but it was a huge sneaker here in Japan. So to have these guys at the end of the year also in that snakeskin upper, I think is really gonna set people on fire here a little bit and get people really into this sneaker. But that's like in your face obvious. Also semi in your face obvious is the tongue. The oversized tongue on BLAZERs is a feature, you know, with that kind of, it's almost like off-white with the tongue lining kind of sticking out from inside. But in the case of these ones, it's hard to see. I found a picture, which I'm sure is behind me here, with red and white, the red and white tongue on there, and it seems like it's got a little bit more to the branding than usual. Hopefully behind me you'll be able to see in the big green screen what that looks like, but they were able to get like some detailing, red and white detailing on the tongue there, which is pretty cool. So and it's not so obvious from the picture, so gradually we're going from that very obvious down to the less obvious. Let's go around to the ankle, not the heel, the ankle, because these are mid, so higher up on the ankle and on the ankle section there's quite a large panel of tumbled leather, and it's kind of interesting that it's tumbled leather, because usually the swoosh would be tumbled leather, or sometimes the swoosh is, but I would expect if someone said tumbled leather on a blazer, I'd expect it to be on the swoosh, but it's not on the swoosh. It's on the branding on the kind of Achilles, around the ankle area at the back of the sneaker. Again, there's surely a picture behind me, and one of the things I really love in sneakers is when the company who made them, either the collaborating company, in this case Soulland, or the company, the brand itself, which is Nike, when they take the time to have differences on the left and right sneaker, because that makes me feel comfortable that they've made an effort and they're not just churning out another colorway to get some cash off the customer. And in the case of this, you've got two different bits of branding on that tumbled leather around the Achilles ankle area. On one, in capital letters, it says FRI, F-R-I, in big capital uppercase letters, and then on the other it says day, D-A-Y, in small lowercase letters. And I just really kind of dig that that's on tumbled leather. It's quite a big sort of splash of tumbled leather on the Achilles area of the sneaker, and altogether it's just a really cool little feature, and that the branding is in the same color as the leather, if you know what I mean. It's not like the white tumbled leather with black branding on it. It's white on white, but I like that. I like a little bit of sort of discreetness. You don't have to be too in your face about it. So for me, though, that's a pretty cool feature, and it's one of those less seen ones. We're gradually going along and seeing the sort of less seen things, and where we'll go with the next one is the swoosh that I talked about earlier, and particularly on the lateral side of the sneaker you can see a very small swoosh, which is extremely unusual for blazers. Blazers usually have a large swoosh. I talked earlier about the slam jams, and the main feature on them is, I think it's a back to front swoosh. No, it's an upside down swoosh. It was the Travis Scott ones that had the back to front swoosh, but the slam jam blazers had the upside down swoosh only on the medial side. So a large swoosh is a common feature on blazer sneakers, even if it is upside down, but in the case of these, it's a very, very small swoosh that's stuck on there, and the actual snakeskin of the upper is the predominant feature that you look at rather than the swoosh itself. So that's the last sort of place that we get to, that there's an obvious thing going on, but then the most kind of how to put it, like the most subtle, discrete piece of branding or feature or pop-in element of this sneaker is the actual swoosh, because the actual swoosh is wrapped around the heel, going from lateral to medial side, and not only that, the placement of the swoosh is unusual. You rarely see a swoosh wrapping around the heel of a Nike sneaker. The placement's unusual, but also the material it's made from is a sort of woolly, it's almost like it's Air Jordan 8s that often have a kind of woolly swoosh disc, not swoosh disc, a woolly brand disc up on the tongue, and it's almost like that, with that kind of woolly effect swoosh and wrapping it around the Achilles. That's the two main features of it, and I've never seen that before in a Blazer. Maybe there's other colorways that have dropped and iterations of the sneaker that have had woolly swooshes, I don't know, but for me that's one of the signature features of the sneaker. So all in all, I think it's a pretty pop-in sneaker, a really cool sneaker. Like I said, I think it's going to get really hot here in Tokyo. I think people will be after it, especially with that tie-up to the Tokyo skateboarding, not snakeboarding, skateboarding scene. I think people are going to be after this one. They're going to be after this one pretty fast. So if you're after it yourself, you're going to have to click that button on the Sneakers app pretty fast to get your hands on it on November the 22nd, so in about a week's time. Good luck if you're looking for that. I think I already, so that's everything I want to say about the sneaker. As usual though, at the end of the video I do tag a bit about the butter movement on there. You know, I'll stick the playlist. I think I've got enough links left, because you only have 5 per video. I think I have enough links left to put the playlist to the butter movement playlist up there. And I already talked about today's hint, which was 2008, to go with yesterday's hint. There'll be 3 more hints, and then on Sunday we'll see what unbelievably rare sneaker we'll get from Shoe Butter. He has the rarest sneaker collection, I mean, potentially in the world. He has so many sneakers that just nobody else has. And I'm really looking forward to this week's sneaker, because they're sneakers that people out there maybe don't even know exist. That's how rare they are. So yesterday's clue was there. Today's clue is 2008. Hopefully good luck if you're trying to find that out, and congratulations if you already have. But for now though, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. I hope you appreciate this tie-up with Soulland and the Nike Blazer line, like SB Blazer line. For now though, it's time to sign off, and as I do this every single day, I get to say at the end of my videos that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.